It could be disorder in your life. It could be disorder in your mind. It could be disorder in your heart. It will lead to disorder.
This is a Truth Transforms Truth Nugget. A daily dose of truth for your daily transformation.
So you see what's happening. They've cracked the door wide open for these Marxist, anti-biblical teachings to spread throughout the church. They're going to spread throughout the SBC. They're going to spread throughout other denominations. They already have. Trust me, they already have. But it just gives us some acceptability. So this is worldly wisdom. This is the kind of wisdom we need to move away from. This is the kind of wisdom we need to recognize when it's headed our way. Well, then there is unspiritual wisdom. James moves on. He talks about the wisdom that is earthly. This is unspiritual. That seems to indicate that it is wisdom that comes from within. This is our own sin in our heart. It comes from our own sinful nature. It comes from our own ideas. It comes from our thoughts of vengeance, our dwelling on bitter thoughts, our unbalanced attention, our misguided feelings, our selfish motives, our selfish ambitions. So bitterness, jealousy, and everything that flows out of those thoughts and feelings in our heart leads to this unspiritual wisdom. And then he moves on, and he talks about demonic wisdom. This is demonic wisdom. Wisdom that comes from below. Wisdom that comes from hell. He says this wisdom is demonic. This is the wisdom that leads many astray. This is the wisdom that seeks for secret knowledge. This is the wisdom that gets caught up in cultic teachings. This is the wisdom of Gnosticism, the wisdom of the New Age, the wisdom that gets into any kind of mystical practice. This is the demonic wisdom that James is talking about, and this is to be avoided at all costs. Well, then he talks about the result of following this wisdom and the wisdom that's not from God. He says that if you live by earthly, unspiritual, or demonic wisdom, then it will be characterized by jealousy and selfish ambition. And in verse 16, he says, "For where jealousy and selfish ambition exist, there will be disorder and every vile practice." So here we get back to the result. The result of following any wisdom that is not the wisdom of God is disorder. It could be disorder in your life. It could be disorder in your mind. It could be disorder in your heart. It will lead to disorder. And there are many ways that disorder happens. The things that lead to disorder, of course, would be having no disregard for biblical mandates and just living however a person wants. Disorder happens when churches decide to do church different than the way that God prescribes. That would be something that leads to disorder. Not preaching the Word of God would lead to a disorder. Not doing things like church discipline or having godly leaders would all be things that would lead to disorder. Every one of those things will lead to disorder. Any way in which we follow earthly, unspiritual, or demonic wisdom rather than God's wisdom will result in disorder. It will result in disorder in our heart, disorder in our mind, and disorder in our life. So we need to seek then the wisdom of God and live by the wisdom of God. And we're told that the fruit of that is the opposite of disorder. The fruit of that is the opposite of chaos. It is peace. Peace is the fruit of following God and God's wisdom. So let's look at the fruit then. We find the fruit in verses 17 to 18.
Well, I do pray that was a blessing. Now do me a favor, and if you enjoyed today's Truth Nugget, go ahead and hit that like button. That really does help to spread this to more people. Also, if you're new to the channel, you've joined us in the middle of a series on the book of James. And you can find all of the Truth Nuggets on the book of James in a playlist that'll be available in the description and also on the channel homepage. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next episode.